So we're gonna start on our seats. So taking whatever comfortable position you want to. I like Siddhasana, one leg in front of the other. This helps me to roll the pelvis forward and get that nice tall seat. Close your eyes, tuck your chin in just slightly to elongate the back of your neck. And here we start. Just a few simple breaths to come into this space, to come out of the past and into this present moment. When we bring attention to the breath, this helps that internal focus. It helps to train your brain to stay focused. And so when distraction enters into your space, which it's inevitable, it always will, this practice helps to train your brain to notice that distraction and then let it go. Very important as you lead up to your birth. And so that's all meditation is simply training the brain to sit still. All that chatter that natters at us throughout the day in our busy lives. So focusing on the breath. Nice easy inhales and exhales. So on a neurological level, the brain, when you meditate, actually changes the shape and the rewiring of it. It replaces these patterns that support distraction. As I said, it's all around us. It replaces it with these new circuits, these new channels, these new abilities to be able to focus and foster concentration. So like we would train a puppy, train the brain. And we're going to explore some different ways to help maintain focus throughout class. And right now it's just concentrating on the breath. That's it. Staying present with your breath, with baby. And that's it. And 2 more slow cycles. Really feel that nourishment as you inhale your oxygen to baby. And then your exhale, you feel that melting and that release, that letting go. Beautiful. And you can keep your eyes closed if you want to. We're just going to start to lull the head from side to side. So you can start with right ear over right shoulder and then come forward. Tucking the chin towards the chest, slowly navigate over to the left side, left ear over left shoulder. And just continue this movement nice and slow. Notice what you're feeling and where, especially down the back. So keep your shoulders up nice and high, stacked over your hips. Just the head is moving here. And if you would like to come into full rotation, navigate the head gently back, you can. Just be gentle with yourself. Switch directions when you come back through center. Where and what are you feeling in the body as you cycle around? Just noticing it. This concentration on the physical body, scanning through, is another great way to help maintain your focus. One more cycle around. Always moving away. That feels beautiful for your body. And then just meeting back up in center when you're done. Okay. So we're going to come forward into a wide knee child's pose. So however gracefully you want to make your way there, coming forward, sweeping the feet behind. Take your big toes together to touch, knees wide, and then just sit back on the heels. So just make sure this is comfortable for you. If you've got that rolled up blanket nearby, as I said, always fill space. You can put it underneath the bum there, and that can feel really nice just to give a little bit of elevation to the hips. I'm gonna move it out to the side for me. All right, and then we're gonna slowly guide your way down, 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 seeing if you can bring your forehead down to the mat. Now, if it doesn't make it all the way down, that's okay. You can even bring your prop in and help to raise up the floor a little bit as well. So I just want you to settle, baby, in between your legs. Really melt your torso to the floor, lengthening your arms out as long as you can. And breathe. And here again, we're just going to start a body scan. So helping to keep that focus inside. Start from your forehead, and with your eyes closed, start to scan your physical body. And what you're doing is you're just exploring these little pockets within yourself, little areas that you might not go into on a day-to-day basis to explore and to discover any new sensations. How are you feeling? Is it good? Is it bad? Being open to it all. Scanning down, especially through the face, the jaw, the eyebrows. A lot of tension can be held there. And if you find you are holding on to some tension, maybe in the traps, the shoulders, the back, the bum, that's where you can use your breath to help send it there and then melt that tension away. So scanning, all the way down to your tippy toes. And then slowly we're going to navigate over to the right side. Over to the right, reach the left arm forward as far as you can. Bow forward once again. Scan. Where are you feeling it? What are you feeling? Keeping your focus inward, keeping your mind present. That's what we're doing here. Slowly walking over to the left side, over to the left, and then melting down. Really reach that right arm forward. Let your head fall. And then walking back through center, all the way back up and up and up. And then you can come up into your tabletop. So I'll just show you from the side view. You can stay where you are. So we're gonna kind of do this cat-cow, but rather we're gonna come down onto the forearms. So if you had a prop you wanted to bring in under the elbows to raise you up a bit, feel free to do that. Otherwise, we're just gonna bring ourselves onto the floor, onto the forearms and elbows. And here, just start to lull the hips from side to side. It's getting a bit of a side stretch in through the spine. Good. And then starting to rock forward and back, rolling the spine out. And then settling back, gazing up slightly. And what you can do is start to combine these movements into kind of big, sensual, intuitive movements that feel good for you. So whether that's side to side, forward, back, rocking, pausing, holding, if something feels good, try and move that spine. Close your eyes. This helps to avoid distraction as well and stay focused. Beautiful. And one more cycle, moving around. I'm gonna come back through center. And then walking your hands up and up and up, coming into kneeling. So if you have any props in front of you, you can just remove them off to the side now. So take your knees just a little bit wider than your hips. I don't want you to feel like you're gonna spill open here. And then untuck your toes and bring them together to touch behind you. Arms by your sides. Inhale, take a big sweep up and overhead. Exhale, bow forward. This is like that wide knee child's pose we did. Bow forward. Inhale, coming up through your cow, so nice flat back, gaze up. And then exhale, let's do a little puppy dog, so fist on fist. Bring your forehead down. And here we're just gonna sway the hips from side to side, kind of like what we were just doing in our cat-cow. Feels good. On your next inhale, slowly start to ragdoll your way up. So this is kind of dragging, stacking, taking time. Your head will be the last to arrive. So really try and let that hang, hang, hang until the end. Good. And then coming back up to your kneeling position. So let's do that again. And the next one we're going to incorporate is a downward dog. Instead of the puppy dog, we're going to come up into down dog if that feels good for you, okay? Otherwise, you still have that puppy dog option with fist on fist. Arms by your sides. Inhale, sweep. This is kind of our little kneeling sun salutation. Exhale, bow for pregnancy. Inhale, cow, gazing up, settle shoulders. And exhale, downward dog or puppy dog. Let's stay here for a breath, swaying the hips. If you're in down dog, really get that big stretch through your calves. Let your head hang. Good. Slowly lower knees from down dog. Inhale, we're gonna ragdoll up. So let your head hang. Hang, hang, hang. And then slowly raising all the way up and up and up. Good. Okay, taking your feet a little wider now, and we're gonna ragdoll up to standing. So just making sure if you're feeling lightheaded, you can find a spot on the floor right now. Take a few cycles of breath. And when you're ready, putting your hands on the floor, curl your toes under, drop your head, lift your bum, and ragdoll up. Go slow. You can have a visual on the floor if that helps you. If you find you're losing your balance a little bit. Yeah, good. All right, so option to face the side of your mat if you want to. We're just going to take a wide stance. So make sure the stance is wider than your hips, and make sure your feet are parallel to one another, like they're on train tracks, yeah? Okay, and then here, take your fingers, your thumb and finger on your hips, and just place them here as we start to roll around in one direction. I'm going towards the right. We're going to do both though. And as you cycle around, attempt to keep your head stationary right down the center line. So we're not moving the torso at all. The torso, the upper body, is as stationary as you can make it. Just the hips are cycling around, so where your hands are. And if you wanted to kind of increase this movement, you can widen your stance even more. Just make sure your feet are parallel. Make sure you're doing that quick body scan and making sure you're letting go of anywhere that's clinging to stress. So these are kind of like big sensual movements as well, which when we talk about oxytocin, you'll learn why that's so important. But for now, try and stay focused right here, right now on the present moment. Let's go in the opposite direction. Maybe if you feel comfortable, you could close your eyes here. And maybe you could use one of these tools, either focusing on the breath, focusing on a body scan, or if your eyes are closed, focusing on your third eye. So this is the spot in the middle of your forehead. With your eyes closed, you will roll your eyeballs into this center in between the eyebrows. This is your third eye, this place of all-knowingness, of intuition. And this is a powerful meditation as well to help keep that concentration. Feels good. Let's do one more cycle all the way around. Good. And when you're ready, heel toe those feet in and find a nice call mountain pose. So remember the 20 cues: ears stacked over shoulders, shoulders stacked over hips, hips stacked over heels, all four corners of your feet rooted equally into the floor. Engage your thighs, tighten up those kneecaps, engage all the way up to your upper glutes. So the glutes are charged here. Now think about blossoming your bum, so you're not tucking your tail under. Blossom the bum, lift in your rib cage up out of your pelvis, stacking it right above. Not skylights, we want headlights facing right forward with the chest, chin parallel to the floor, and then rotate your arms so the palms are facing open. Put a little smile on your face. Lots of cues for mountain pose, super important pose to help keep that alignment, especially as you enter into that third trimester. Okay, let's do 3 out breaths here. That's where we're taking a big inhale through the nose and a big long exhale through the mouth. You can sigh it out, or if nobody's around and you want to just moan it out, you can do that too. Let's do 3 cycles together, and as we do that, close your eyes and I want you to focus on that third eye again. All right, so here we go. Big inhale through the nose. So good. Yes, good. All right. Okay, we're going to take another wide stance on the mat. This time, plie the toes out so that the knees and the toes are tracking in the same direction. And then just put a little slight bend to your knees, kind of like you're sitting down into a chair behind you. And then from here, you can just guide your hands down your thighs with the fingers on the inside. Just, it helps for stability here. So let's move through a little bit of standing cat-cow. So I'll show you from this side. So as you inhale, this is our cow. We're just gonna gaze up, settle the shoulders down, and lift the heart center up, up, up. And then as you exhale, round the spine, tuck your tail under, and drop the crown of your head towards the floor. Here we go again. Inhale. And then exhale. And you're just going to follow your own rhythm, your own flow and cycle of breath. And just keep moving in a way that gets your spine looped up, gets that mobility in it. Staying focused inward on one of your tools, noticing what tool works for you. Is it the body scan? Is it really tracking and following the breath, or focusing on that third eye? There are many tools that you can use to foster concentration and stay present. 2 more cycles. Stay low. I know that energy, that fire's building up in the legs. That is good. It's all good things. And on your next inhale, come all the way up to standing. You can give those legs a little shake out. Good. All right, last little fiery pose here before we settle down. We're gonna come into chair pose. So feet are now stacked underneath your hips and parallel to one another like on train tracks. And then what I want you to do is root all 4 corners of those feet into the floor. Blossom your bum, take a big inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, and then exhale, start to sit back into the chair as you bring your palms to prayer at your chest. So sitting back into your chair, attempt to then lift your chest up. And right when you do that, you contract, you start to connect here right to your core, right below baby. Now check to make sure you haven't rested all the weight into your heels. Can you balance that weight out into all 4 corners of your feet? Don't tuck your tail under, keep blossoming your bum. Stay low. We're here for 2 more breath cycles. You can put a little bob in your movement if that helps. I always like a little bit of movement myself. Beautiful. Send that fire, your breath. And then on your next inhale, slowly come back up. Give her a little shake. Whew. Okay, let's take a stroll to the back of the mat. And we're just gonna genie squat our way down, reach, 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 coming forward. And here, if you want to come to kneeling, your toes can be untucked or curled under. You can bring in your props. You can come down onto your seat as well. Just a quick little shavasana here. So get comfortable. Bringing hands to prayer or to baby, or just simply resting them on your lap. Close your eyes. And here, this last little bit of meditation or inward focus, this practice for the big day, practice for mummyhood, honestly. Doesn't stop after the birth, this need to be present, because worry and guilt and fear and all of these very unhelpful emotions start to swirl around us as mummies. Oh yes. So staying present, staying right here, right now in this moment is truly a gift. That's why it's called the present. Use your tools, that of your breath, physical body scanning, or third eye gaze. Beautiful. Feels good to stay right here. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.